So today we're going to dive into a proposal that really gets to the heart of a huge question for the Robertson High School community. What should a high school diploma actually stand for? This is all about building a future where every single graduate is truly set up to succeed. And really, it all boils down to this one big question. What does it even mean to be ready for what's next? Is a diploma just a piece of paper that says you showed up? Or is it proof that a student is genuinely prepared for college, for a career, and just for life in general? That's what this is all about. Okay, so here's the situation we're facing. The state of New Mexico, well, they recently changed the rules for graduation. They got rid of the requirement for students to take dual enrollment or other college-level courses. Now, that does give schools some flexibility, sure, but it also creates what you might call a rigor gap. And it means it's now up to us, the local districts, to make sure our students are still being pushed to do their best.
And you know what? Robertson High School didn't just sit back. They've already stepped up to answer that call. Instead of just settling for the state's bare minimum, the entire community, we're talking students, staff, families, everyone, they all came together and created something really powerful, a graduate profile that spells out exactly what it means to be a Robertson graduate.
This profile is built around a really cool acronym, VOLAR. First up, you've got V for Value Community. That's all about giving back, through service and tackling real problems in the world. And then O is for Ownership, which is about taking responsibility for your own actions and seeing your commitments through. Moving on, we get to L for Learning. This covers all those crucial skills like thinking critically, communicating clearly, and managing your time. And right after that is A for Aspiration, that inner drive to set big goals and have a mindset that helps you push through any challenges you face. And wrapping it all up is R for Relationships. This one's all about social emotional smarts, being able to work in a team, respecting people who see things differently, and being resilient enough to bounce back from setbacks. And altogether, VOLAR. It spells volar, which is the Spanish word for to fly. I mean, what a perfect metaphor for what we want for our kids, right? And look, this graduate profile, it isn't just some nice idea on a piece of paper. It's the real, concrete standard for the school's most prestigious award, the Cardinal Scholars Program, which recognizes the absolute top students in every graduating class. Yeah, and becoming a Cardinal Scholar is no walk in the park. Students have to truly live these VOLR values. They've got to submit their college readiness scores, take the toughest courses available, write this deep, reflective essay about the 5 values, and, this is key, they have to provide actual, tangible proof in a portfolio, things like community service logs and letters of support, to show they've mastered it all. But here's the thing. The goal was never just for the top students. It's for every single student. So that brings us to the heart of this proposal, a 2-course solution that's designed to build these values right into the graduation requirements for everyone. So that's the big question, right? How do we take our local graduation requirements and use them to weave this graduate profile into the very fabric, the culture of our school? Well, the answer lies in 2 very specific courses. And here they are. The solution is really a 1-2 punch. First, you have a course called Values Clarification. This is where students get to explore what they believe in and start building that all-important portfolio. Then, you have AP Seminar, which is a nationally recognized course that teaches them the kind of advanced research and argumentation skills they'll need to put those values into practice. So let's break down Values Clarification first. Think of this as the starting block. It's the place where students get to wrestle with big ideas, philosophy, environmental issues, ethics. It helps them build their own personal value system and a way to make tough decisions. It is, quite literally, the foundation for everything else. And then you have AP Seminar. If Values Clarification is the foundation, well, AP Seminar builds a skyscraper right on top of it. This is where students get those practical college-level skills, how to do real research, analyze information, and communicate effectively. It's how they turn what they value into powerful, evidence-based arguments. Now, the most important part here is how perfectly these courses line up with our community's goals. Let me show you what I mean. AP Seminar kicks off by teaching students to question and explore. This fits right in with our goals for learning, for valuing community, and for aspiration, because it empowers students to investigate real problems and really take control of their own learning. Next up, students learn how to understand, analyze, and evaluate lots of different perspectives.
This skill is absolutely essential for the R in Volar, relationships, because it teaches them to respect different viewpoints. And it's key for O, ownership, because it forces them to take responsibility for the conclusions they come to. From there, they learn how to synthesize ideas. This is where the magic happens. They learn to pull information from all kinds of sources to build their own solid, well-thought-out arguments. This totally hits the mark for learning, especially clear communication, and for valuing community, because it gives them the actual tools to make a difference on issues they're passionate about. And finally, the whole thing comes together when they learn to team, transform, and transmit. This means they work together in groups, they reflect on their own progress, and they present what they found. It's a perfect match for our goals: relationships through teamwork, ownership through self-discipline, and aspiration through building resilience and that growth mindset. Okay, so the alignment looks perfect on paper, but the big question remains: does this model actually work for Robertson students? Let's dig into the evidence. I mean, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's one thing to have a fantastic plan, but it's something else entirely to see it actually succeed out in the real world with real students.
And the answer is a huge, resounding yes. The data here tells a really clear story of growing academic success. The number of students even attempting AP exams has just skyrocketed, from only 12 back in 2021 to 71 in 2024. And even more importantly, the number of students getting scores that can earn them college credit is also climbing. You can see the trend right here. 2025 was the best year yet for Robertson, with a full 20% of all AP students earning that qualifying score of 3 or higher. This proves that when we raise the bar, our students absolutely rise to meet the challenge. But honestly, the most powerful piece of evidence comes from AP Seminar itself. In its very first year being offered, get this, the course was responsible for over half, 55% of all the passing AP scores in the entire school. It also had the highest average score. This is the proof that this model isn't just rigorous, it's also effective and totally accessible for our kids. At the end of the day, this whole proposal is about bringing the board's own vision to life. It directly lines up with your stated goals, promoting academic excellence, and making sure a challenging, relevant education prepares all of our students for whatever comes next, whether it's college or a career. So that takes us right back to where we started. By making values clarification in AP Seminar a core part of our school, we're not just tacking on a couple of classes. We are actively building a diploma that means something, a diploma that truly reflects our community's highest hopes for its kids, and one that ensures every single graduate is ready to fly.
This film was brought to you by the creative talents of Mr. Whalen.
Check out Mr. Whalen's other YouTube channel, Elocution. That is youtube.com with an L-E-Q and shun. That's T-I-O-N.
Hey!